in his 40th year as Oakland's head coach, the longest active tenured head coach.
And they play one of the most aggressive, like we saw Oregon. These guys play a matchup zone all the time.
And here is Trey Mitchell on cue, back in the starting lineup. Reeves inside, no. But the follow by Mitchell and the foul. That was a Kentucky shooting just 35% this half.
This defense, confusing. They played it every second of every game.
Mitchell, the Pittsburgh native, off glass for two.
Good move there. These guys are so much smaller. They're scoring in the paint now a little bit too.
Mitchell inside, and the answer for...
Here's Taylor downhill. High off the glass. Push for the catch. Here's Reeves. Knocked away again. Dillingham's head fake cleared some space, and now Mitchell keeps it alive. And with the left hand...
The baskets will be okay.
Well, there is zero rim protection. Texas A&M is 14 of 17 at the rim. Now Mitchell inside. And
was left for three off the bounce.
Penetrates, looking for the whistle. Follow jam by Mitchell.
Lewis with the floater. He was so good in the first half. He's gotten to double figures.
So it's a 10-point lead for Kentucky. Looking to make it 4 straight wins as it builds momentum with the postseason beginning 1 week from tonight.
Now, I know Big Z can make the three-point shot, but one of the things he's got to learn, when is it a good time for you to take your three-point shot?
Shepard lobs it up to Mitchell. One dribble on the backside. He converts it.
We'll see if that happens on Thursday night.
They're going to stick with this high ball screen action. Well, almost another turnover for Kentucky. Unusual for the Wildcats.
That's a good pass there by Wagner to Mitchell. Up and under and in! Even when Edwards was down, and it's certainly paying dividends here the way he's been tonight. Seen smiles on his face. And he's been terrific offensively. Shepard will set it.
If Kentucky gets a score here, they've got the possession arrow, so they get the ball to start the second half.
Boy, Reed Shepard worked his way into a terrific... Florida's free throw shooting has improved in conference play, but it is certainly not great yet.
Well, that was one of the reasons they weren't able to close out that game against Kentucky. They missed 11 free throws. I think they were 18 to 29, something like that.
Mitchell over center. That's a tough shot to develop.
Rebounding and even on the offensive glass. And Florida came into this game with a goal of plus 10 on the glass overall.
Mitchell again, a soft fadeaway. That goes down.
Bodying up on Ellis, who spins, scoops, and too strong off the window. Good job by Mark to stay in front of Reeves. Mitchell for a three to get Kentucky.
Of Arkansas having an opportunity here, has to start taking over.
Tough shot there.
He's moving to his right on that shot instead of going straight up and down.
He's 4 for 14 today. Wide open Trey Mitchell, and he buries a three. And Carolina.
A step up screen that puts DJ Wagner downhill.
Trey Mitchell will quiet the crowd.
Great hands by Reed Shepard. And then jump by Dillingham.
The great hands and instincts bail them out of some defensive slip-ups and breakdowns, and they're really good at that.
Here's Mitchell for three. First make from deep for... See if the Cats go to Reeves here. Mitchell is a threat to shoot. Kick back to Mitchell is knocked away. Shot clock's at 4. Mitchell up and under. What a move by the veteran.
Body, myself included. I hate to admit, but I've never been so happy that we didn't get a player than I was Devin Downey. I wasn't playing much to begin with. I was like, man, this dude comes. It's a wrap.
He had 30 in the win against #1 Kentucky. Mitchell, nice move. Clark tried to Olay him.
They had a moment with Dillingham and Ugo where it was a little too low.
There's Mitchell inside. You have more?
And we talked about it earlier. Even a loss at Alabama, they held the Crimson Tide in check on that end of the court. And you see what they're doing now.
He's on. Teammates must find him early in the flow because he can knock in those open ones.
He came in shooting over 42% from downtown. We got some great shooters in this game. Strong take. Wow. Mid-air. We got a small margin of error to get back in this game. Edwards on a rise and fire. He misses, but there with a rebound is the ultimate.
He did a great speech at halftime.
He was
about
terrific.
The 84 squad.
Work in the room.
Said he wanted to be now known as Big Z throughout Kentucky.
Off a trampoline on the two-hand stuff. Yeah. Turnaround jumper. That's who Mike White said. It's going to be real hard to make a comeback here.
I listened to Mike White's press conference this week back home in Athens before they left Kentucky. He knew how good Kentucky was. But he said, hey, we have to catch some breaks, got to make some shots. Clear.
Yep.
But we do not like the 0 degrees.
Yes.
You get up to 25, you're good. 30, that's fine.
That's right.
Not 0.
Well, it's going to warm up to about 60 by the end of this week here in Lexington.
They'll be in shorts and short sleeve shirts.
That's right. Mitchell carving out space. He gets.
This was here last year for Georgia. Valuable minutes as a big inside. 6'10".
Georgia back to the zone. I don't know. How would you try to defend? There's another. They're going to give him the basket or not? Down low.
Nice pass.
Nice drop off and a miss that time. No finish by Demery. Shepard on a drive and kick. Wagner bounce pass to Mitchell. Beautiful.
Just consistency and the accountability that this guy has brought to the SEC.
He's the 5th winningest coach in active college basketball by win percentage. John Calipari, the Hall of Famer, is number 4. Mitchell off the feed from Shepard. Or with the drive from the baseline. A nice kiss.
I know Kentucky's better in their gaps tonight, but you're Mississippi State. You got to keep putting pressure on them to guard that ball. Really well done.
Reeves turns the corner. Mitchell, Mitty. Second bucket of the night.
They don't beat themselves. That is a well-coached group. I had them last week when they put it on Arkansas. A big road win for them last night at South Carolina, and Mike has flipped that program. One of the better home courts right now in this league.
The atmosphere was fantastic last time they were at Stegman. Mississippi State showed a little full court pressure. So Kentucky late getting into its offense. Mitchell with 10. Great defense by Matthews. And then he fouled him, and Mitchell making him pay.
I think that was nearly going in.
Yeah. Matthews credited for the bucket.
Was that not going to go in?
It's either a really good pass or a terrible pass, right? You throw it right in the hoop.
He can't get one to go as a shooter. He gets one to drop as a passer.
Mitchell draws another foul. Started off red hot. He was 8 for 14 from deep over the first 2 games. Then he fell into a major slump, 3 for 23. And Chris Jans had to remind him, like, hey, buddy, there's a lot you can do on the floor when the shot's not falling. Might be a conversation then furthermore for Hubbard coming off this one. Ball poked away, but Kentucky finds it. Here's Mitchell for 3. What can he not do?
Tom, has Kentucky not?
2 stalwarts off the bench, averaging better than 26 points per game between them. Look at that follow tip. Preseason, Kentucky was picked 4th. Carter, and knocked away by Shepard. Dillingham, no look. Wagner, Edwards, Mitchell. You do than it used to be with the rule changes. You get a pair of socks.
That's nice.
Would that motivate you to take a charge with a 260-pound guy coming down the lane?
No. Go in traction or get a pair of socks, I'll go barefoot.
Mitchell for 3. And he knocks it down.
We're ready to tip as Joe Lindsey's about to throw it up. Shaw jumps against Bradshaw. It's controlled by the Cats. This is DJ Wagner. It's the high screen from Bradshaw. And Trey Mitchell fires a three and knocks it down. He knocks down a jumper. That's a three. And we are knotted early. UK starting five. Edwards is number one. Reeves is the veteran. He's been outstanding so far. Wagner, Bradshaw, and Mitchell, who's already got the three. And he'll launch another. And that's good. And boy, he looks.
Shawnee's testing Kentucky's ability to stay in front of the ball early. One of the things that Kentucky has to get better at overall.
Mitchell. Free throw line. He's 3 for 4.
In a faster offensive system under Dennis Gates.
Missouri hopes to get Caleb Grill, who had surgery on his wrist, back next couple of weeks. Honor struggled against Georgia, went 1 for 7, and he missed 5 of his 6 3-point field goals. He's 1 of 4 tonight. So he's made 2 field goals in the last 2 games. Shepard, really good pass to Mitchell. He knocks it down. Take advantage of Shepard there, who was screened, and Bates lays it up and in with his right.
Remember, that's too easy. That's just a simple cut out of the corner, and Reed Shepard gets caught ball watching.
Now he picked up his dribble and looks for help. There's a good pass. Mitchell with a cut, and you're going.
There's a switch right there. Mitchell, left hand, too strong, got it back. Puts it back up and finishes. And that will snap an 0 for 18 from three-point range for Riley Kugel. Kentucky knows all about him. He scored 24 against them last year. The spin by Mitchell. And a chance for three.
Kentucky has only 1 assist. They've been made into individual playmakers. A team that averages 19 assists a game and leads the Southeastern Conference has 1 assist in this game.
Wagner with 15 on the shot clock, looking for help, finds Shepard. Mitchell from the elbow, and good. Now Kugel. Not this time, and Shepard with a weak side rebound.
And Florida's made some good use of shot fake and drive.
Mitchell got his man in the air and scores right when the shots are falling. He can help them in so many ways. He is tremendously athletic and so strong for a guard.
Well, he's been pretty engaged defensively in this one. In his last 5 games, he's 11 of 45 from the field. But even when you're not hitting your shot, that shouldn't diminish your value if you guard and rebound.
Now he's got to deal with Mitchell, and he basically
the practice gym and really put the time and effort in. Lewis underneath could not follow. Kentucky back this way.
I thought Kentucky played one of their better games in a win over North Carolina. They were intense. They rebounded the basketball. They have to play with that same consistency, and I love the fact that Illinois State's not backing down. And
by the way, with Burke scoring that one, Damian, all 9 players that have seen the floor have scored.
Well, that's what I mean by quality depth. They've got guys that do different things, but they all are impactful and assets for this Wildcat team.
Mitchell, he's leading
Louisville, trying to play in space, not afraid to let their 5 attack Kentucky's 5 off the bounce.
Mitchell backing down James and scores.
He is such
a... Louisville lost the first 4 meetings in the series. Of course, they played a year ago at Rupp. Cats won by 23. Mitchell, 3-ball at the front.
Pulled in right there, knowing that Bradshaw is going to be attracted to the ball at the rim.
He's had 2 straight double-doubles, says Huntley Hatfield. He's in double figures scoring in this first half. 3-ball there from Mitchell. And strong to the basket, got the roll. 7 for James.
I like his game. I think you do as well, because he's got some toughness to him.
Mitchell, easy catch and score. He's got 10.
When you consider this grandfather is part of that Louisville staff, and Louisville couldn't rein him in, and then Louisville also lost a key 5-star guy this year that was on campus for a couple of weeks.
On the drive, the scoop, no. Onyenso on the floor now for the Wildcats.
Not a high percentage of layups made by Louisville in this game because of the link to Kentucky. And they throw strikes. They don't throw bad passes to shooters.
Inside, White had it deflected. Here comes Shepard into the front court. Trail three again, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's money. And Trey Mitchell.
Wagner all the way, tipped in.
How about that play with the 5-man?
RJ with 11. Gets the lead down to a half dozen. Mitchell.
He can make them. Got it. He can make them. Withers didn't put them able to finish. That's what sets him apart.
Drop step and a right-hand hook off the window by Mitchell.
At Kentucky, and their shot. The two, she gets her shot.
Similar.
Oh, he gets it from his mama.
Boy, that's the time-tested move. Kentucky in the non-conference. They certainly learned a number of things last week against Wilmington. There's Mitchell to the basket, 13-point lead.
Shamar Rattan Mays has checked in. There's a three. Jenkins not shy to shoot that three. He's now 1 of 3 in that department after hitting his first pass on the move, a little behind, but the long arms there of Justin Edwards keeps it alive.
Yeah, Kentucky right now a little loose with the basketball here today, but they play up and down, and that's exciting basketball in his bag.
5-point lead as we're under the 4-minute mark. White trying to defend Trey Mitchell. Mitchell spins, scores, and an and one opportunity.
And right now, they can't stop them with that mid-range game. Great early trend here for the Canes.
Well, the only good news for Kentucky is they're not threes. They are chasing them off the three-point line, and they want to see if Miami can make enough twos to beat them.
Mitchell with it. He's really had a settling effect as a veteran guy off the window there.
For the easy bucket.
George will feed. It's Poplar. No. Want to push that tempo every time if they can. The Kentucky Wildcats leading by 3.
And that's the challenge for the U. Get back in transition, set your defense, and make Kentucky play 5-on-5, not in advantage situations.
Shepard on Poplar. Finds Mitchell to the paint. Yes, sir.
Great pass. Poplar now has 15 points. He had 7 rebounds in that first half. He did a tremendous job here in Rupp Arena. I mean, talk about a true road game. It's really the first big road game Miami's played.
Mitchell wants to get the shot in the air. Sweet touch there by Trey Mitchell.
And in a recent scrimmage, kind of a blue-orange, or excuse me, green-orange scrimmage in Miami, had 25 and 13 in 40 minutes.
Mitchell. Man.
Microwave, that's old technology.
Right. Casey Short. And Dillingham will wait here. Under 5 minutes to go. Now he'll drive. Mitchell. 2 more.
That's a good shot for him, that float. He shoots it very well, one of the best in the league.
Return to sender that time. A nice block. There's by Anachili Killen, and there's a 3. Great athletes. Kentucky always gets the best athletes in the world. They got some skill players. And this kid, Reed Shepard, has been a defensive dynamo. Inside Mitchell, what's seen is kind of a microcosm of Kentucky basketball thus far. Again, we've talked about all the superlatives on offense, but they had been a little bit leaky on the defensive end. St. Joe's at times scored at will against Kentucky. He scored a lot of points in an overtime. Originally from Nigeria, grew up in West Virginia after that. He's put together a nice performance thus far. He came in averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds a game.
And Marshall, they will go to zone at times just to switch things up. Pull up.
Shepard brings it up the floor.
Quick shake.
Nice action and an easy bucket by Mitch.
3 games in a week and a half.
Right.
So you learn a lot about your team in a very small time.
Well, I think what we're learning, or most of us thought before the season even started, as Mitchell gets in, and that's what they're embarking upon as we get ready for the second half. Kentucky a dominating performance offensively. We'll see if they will tighten things up on the defensive end, and we'll see the same 8 players, no doubt, for much of the way in half number 2. Inside it comes to Mitchell, and that is candy difference in these young men.
Well, to me, it's decision making, and this is a mature team. In terms
head of St. Joe's 1, and well, we understand in Philadelphia the Eagles take priority.
Yeah, I hope we're on their quad box.
You know, it would bring that to the table. you may be Dan Issel's favorite, but that's not getting you very far around here tonight. Mitchell for 3. Got it!
Success with against Hunter Dickinson was just going at him, seeking that contact, trying to make something happen in the paint.
Here's Mitchell for 3. Got it!
It's that background. He knows the analytics as well as anybody, and you can imagine we have a lot of conversations about it because I kind of like it too.
Yeah, of course you do. Numbers guy.
I thought one thing that was really interesting from
DJ Wagner, the freshman, crossover into the paint with the left. No, follow! It's Mitchell. Greer fading away. Tough shot. And Piero saves it for Dillingham. This young Kentucky team unable to close it out in regulation. Trying to figure it out in overtime. Mitchell, the veteran, got it.
That's creating for himself or for teammates deep into the shot clock.
Dillingham behind Mitchell. Mitchell content to stay on the perimeter. Another 3. Another hit.
I think Stonehill, a very similar start to the Texas Commerce game a week ago.
And remember, this is probably the first time Kentucky's gone against the zone or will go against the zone this much this year against the Stonehill team.
Mitchell gets the Cats on the board. Progression is learning to be a part of an opposing team's scouting report. Once you do something well, the other team, the next opponent's going to know about it. Here's Mitchell, the trailer, bottom.
Now, against Kentucky player on the court doesn't mean he can't hit threes.
Reeves, Shepard's got it. There's Mitchell in the middle of that zone. Oh, that's too easy.
And that's a 3-to-1, and for the team for 2.5-to-1, that's pretty good.
Shepard is back in out of the timeout. Trying to apply some pressure to him. Mitchell powers up and scores.
3, getting one shot to go in can kind of ignite a team. That's 2 in a row for Stonehill Skyhawks.
Little 6-0 run here by Stonehill. Mitchell from the free throw line.
You said it a few minutes ago.
Move, got open, drives and kicks, and Zagorowski can't get that 3 to go. Reeves, Mitchell again. It's there all night. It's there all night. And scores. Reeves has his pass deflected. He's trapped in the corner. Lob to Dillingham. Out of Shepard. They find Mitchell in the corner. Mitchell, the little jumper in the lane.
With the left hand, but a good drive. What a pass. Murphy, quick release. A little bit short. Wagner the rebound. Rob Dillingham. No look pass off to Mitchell. And 1.
Boy, he is a smart player and a really good defender.
Now we're here in Chicago, Big Ten country, and they are booing Hunter Dickinson. Of course, 3 years at Michigan. Wide open Mitchell. He can knock that down, and he does.
Just for whatever reason, nothing to lose maybe. They wound up just catching fire from behind the three-point line.
Well, let's see what Kentucky can do out of the timeout. Here's Wagner. Reeves. And when Kentucky's in that flow of the offense, we've seen their shots go up. They can hit layups. Here's a lob inside to Mitchell, and he finishes strong.
And good job on his hand.
It's already 2 fouls on Burks now. Free throw no good, comes right to Mitchell. Cats down 9. Boy, those guards for Commerce really come out to try to disrupt. They're not letting Kentucky get into any kind of rhythm. Here's Mitchell. Yes!
That's how you do it, too.
In terms of Commerce, their defense is still flying around, playing aggressive.
But at the same time, what Kentucky can do is that penetration. They got quick guys that can get the ball in the lane.
Mitchell muscles up and finishes with a left hand.
That was all
for Brewer. Here he is along the baseline, up and under. couldn't get it to finish. Battle for the board, saved into Mitchell.
Good job by Trey. Could contest that shot and then stay around for the rebound.
Dillingham off to Reeves. Reeves hesitates, gives it back to Dillingham. He's driving baseline. Now to Mitchell, and Mitchell count it.
Tested at every turn. They got the talent to take the ball down in the lane, just go one-on-one.
Here's Mitchell one-on-one against Brewer, and Mitchell gets it to go.
Kevin McKay. Ability, not starting school till later. Other two are injured.
Mitchell in the lane.
Still, trade that lane, that defense collapsed because Kentucky was doing a great job on defense in that possession. Just one little hiccup there towards the end as they had to rotate.
Shepard comes back out to Wagner. Now he's in the lane, gives to Mitchell, open, and there is great. Comes down the lane, Mitchell with the block. Shepard had it for a moment. He collects it. There's Dillingham underneath to Mitchell, who lays it in that time.
State, Jacksonville State, Polk State. I don't know if any of those are states, but he played there.
Boy, Coach Hoot has wanted to teach his guys to learn how to compete harder. I think he's got to be pretty pleased right now with this effort.
Mitchell steps through, rolls it home.
And trust either drive.
There's no downshifting either. Keeps that same speed going. 6'3", 175, freshman point guard. Mitchell puts it on the floor this time, and he finishes. Shepard gets a breather here.
And a big ovation to go with it.
Mitchell down the lane. Whoa! Two-hand jam!